Let Guru pick your
DJ, give us
mind.
a
The
beat.
fam 305, Mama G ready all the time. The fam 305, K-Dub sniping on the right. The fam 305, Dre talking ish all night. The fam 305, like, share, and subscribe. The fam 305, the fam 305, the fam 305, like, share, and subscribe. Hey, no tanto, no tanto, hey, no tanto, hey, no tanto, no tanto, no tanto, no tanto. There you go. All right, y'all. Here's your host for tonight for the Fam 305 podcast.
Yeah, that's horrible when people don't come. That's the worst. No pa tanto.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Guru from the Fam 305. It's Saturday night, June. Well, it's June 7th, so June 6th into the 7th. 6, 7. Is that still a thing? I don't even know, but here we are live. We're now live on the YouTube channel, Fam 305. There's also going to be our podcast. Hopefully, we're going to get some people in tonight, and we'll see. Just getting started. So, thank you for joining us, for listening to this episode of the Fam 305. We got a lot to talk about, so we're going to get into that as soon as possible. So, we got our first guest today, Gada. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man? What's going on?
Not much, man. It's another Saturday going into Sunday. Early summer. Got a lot of shit going on, man. We've been meaning to get online. It's just trying to get everyone together. It's been crazy. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. You know, I've been waiting to get on, and I probably forgot what I wanted to talk about from all the other the other times. You know,
That's all right. Do you hear the music in the background? How about now?
that's fine.
Is it lower? Okay.
It's lower. Okay.
Yeah, so I'd always like to start off with some music, and this is the music from when I was a kid, when I was a little jet freestyle, a little before your time. But yeah, man, it's been crazy. A lot of shit's been going on. What's up with you, man? How's everything? You hanging in there?
Yeah, I'm hanging in there. You know, it's you know, you just gotta keep going and figure out. You know, I'm trying to figure out the next part of my life here, so I'm slowly getting there,
Little by little, right?
little by little. But you know, I've just been chilling today, playing some games. I bought a new game. I was playing with
What game?
someone.
Yeah.
It's called Outbound. It's like kind of like a survival little game. You run around in you have like a little RV, kind of like a little vehicle, and you just go around
Wait,
collecting
didn't you do that before?
I
Didn't
did
you have
some. I
that
mean,
game
I
before
played.
where we were?
There's different games that we've played. Yeah, there's different games that we've played. But this one's more like a little co-op friendly game. You were just playing. I was playing with somebody.
Oh, okay.
Basically, that's what we were doing. We were playing that, and no, it was pretty fun. The game's called Outbound, and basically what you do is you just basically just riding around, going to different parts of like the camp area. And
Hmm.
you could drive, and it's the car is electrical, so you have to use like compost food and shit like that and wood and stuff to like power it up. So you have to recycle shit. So you just go around
Is
and
that
you
this
fix
right
up like
here?
the bridges. I believe yeah, that's it. So I was playing that with my I would say like my significant other, I would say. It's like
Significant other.
it's kind of like my how do I say, like my twin soul, you know what I mean?
Twin soul.
You know, but
Wow. So
no,
you
we
think you
were
got your soulmate there?
yeah, you know, it's kind of weird. It's surprising. Like I came in the game when I loaded up, and this is weird. This is the weird part. I load in the game, and
Hmm.
before I loaded in the girls' game, I made my own vehicle. I made it. You know, everyone knows I'm a Florida Marlin fan. I actually love the teal color from the Florida Marlins on their
Yeah.
jersey, right? So I
Yeah,
made
of course.
that
Best
vehicle
part
that you
about the team.
saw, that vehicle that you see that's in red, I put it in same type of style, but I put it in teal with a black stripe,
Mm,
that little stripe that you see. So I load into
yeah.
her game and I look at the car, I'm like, what the fuck is my car doing here? And I'm like, holy shit, this ain't my car. I was like, she put the same color as me. So then when I tell her, I'm like, yo, you put the same color as me. Like, she's like, yeah, I like this color. I'm like, what the fuck? I like this color. But we know
Hmm.
this though. We figure this shit out as we go. We notice little shit, and then notice little things
And
about
what's the
each other
goal of the
too.
game? What's the goal?
So the goal of the game basically is just you go around fixing up the camps. You do like little missions. You got to find stuff. You got to build stuff. Eventually, you can like get a pet. You can set up camp and stuff. Like you can like basically that the vehicle like what they're doing right there. They're just downloading like a schematic that they can create more stuff basically.
Right.
So that's the point of the game. The whole time you're upgrading, you're learning more shit as you go and stuff like that. I think you can even fly a plane
What? Yeah, I
in this.
see. There's scenes where he's looking up and you see like an airplane. So
Yeah, there's I think you fly a
now
plane eventually and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot of shit to
now do
do.
you run into like bears and shit?
No, I haven't. I haven't seen anything like
No
that. I've done
bears?
that. I opened the gate. No, I opened the gate like that and go out and drive out. But no, I haven't. No. So yeah, all this shit that you're seeing here, I did basically.
Speaking of bears, so we live up here in the Treasure Coast. Do you know that last week there was a black bear spotted in Tradition?
There was a bear tradition. What?
A bear. Yes, I kid you not.
That is kind of
There
scary
was a
now.
bear. So what they were doing is they were setting like cameras to look for traps to catch hogs. And I've seen wild hogs. Like if you drive like on the turnpike going north towards Orlando, like at dusk, and you will see wild hogs, and usually they're in groups. And they were trying to catch these hogs, and they had set traps and they had cameras. And the one morning, early morning, they saw the bear. They saw the bear. They had a video of it, and the bear was there. And yeah, that shit was crazy. So yeah, there was a black bear in Tradition. So be careful, guys. You guys live up here in the Treasure Coast. Get ready. You might get a visit from a fucking Boo Boo and what's the bear from back in the day? You probably don't know who that is, but um
What? Which bear? The one from
the
Hey Boo Boo?
hey Boo Boo
That's Yogi Bear.
Yogi Bear. You're gonna get a visit by. Here we go. There
Hey,
you go. So there's this girl
what's
talking
in the
about it.
vinegar basket?
Boo Boo. See if I can play it.
It's a bear, all right.
The bear guy. Now this is another
That's
video. I hadn't seen this. This is more recent, I guess.
wonder does it
But
still
yeah,
keep me in?
I
Oh,
don't
it
know if they
does.
caught it, but yeah. So watch out for the bears if you live up there, because I know we've had them. I've never seen them. I've heard stories, but I've never had anything recently. We've had bobcats, like I said, wild hogs, deer. There's definitely
Hmm.
deer up here. Have you ever seen any deer? Even when we went to back in the
Yeah, I've
day when we
seen.
played at Howpat?
Not here. No, I've not seen deer.
No,
I've seen deer going like to Orlando.
really.
Yeah, there's I forgot what road. There's like a when you're going to Orlando. There's like another road or like highway type of thing that you can take, and then it's all curvy, and it tells you it says beware, you know, of the deer that they show up, and then you see their eyes when you're driving at night.
Huh.
Never took that road. I forget what road it is.
You're not talking about 60
Is it 60? It might be the
going
60.
west?
Yeah, it might be the 60.
Hell no.
I
I
don't
did
know.
that once and I got ran off the road. That was the
I gotta,
last time we ever went in that.
I had to double check.
But
Josh, our younger brother Josh took this road. I don't know. I don't take this road. I only drove it with him.
no.
But yeah, no, yeah, I saw them too. I saw the eyes. I see when you drive by at night, especially at night.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
saw it.
yeah.
It is scary
Shit.
though.
Like, so we used to see them like when we used to play in Stewart at Hal Patioki is a park we used to play. And
Hmm.
sometimes you would see them hanging out, walking around. Not too many, but every now and then see one or two. But in PA, whenever I go to PA, I mean, they literally are walking right next to you in the car. We went to go
Wow.
visit a cousin from my mom's side, and we were driving up, because this area is like mountains, small mountains, hills. Like, dare to say mountains, but you're going up into the road, into the development, and there's these they're deers. They're just like groups of them, families, just walking around on the side of the road. And you're like, oh shit, look at that. And they're just looking at you and just walking. They're not afraid. They don't freak out. And everyone's just cool. So it's pretty interesting.
It is interesting.
So I don't know if you guys noticed. I know you probably noticed. We got the World Cup coming up.
Oh yeah.
The World Cup. Yep.
Oh yeah, I noticed
So yeah, I think I think a lot of people that are into soccer, and especially we are definitely into this. And I don't know, like if you know like the percentages or who do you
that.
think's gonna win?
No, I have no
No,
idea.
take a look.
I mean, I'm not even
Take
looking
a
at it.
look.
I'm going to guess either Germany, Brazil, or Argentina's going to take it. But I'll be surprised if anybody else beats anybody else.
So yeah, so the World Cup, if you don't know, it's being played in 3 separate countries: the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. So it's kind of North America's hosting the World Cup. A lot of times you'll have one country host it, and they'll have various cities. Not this time. FIFA after Qatar, they said, you know what, we're going to give the United States the World Cup, but we're also going to give Canada and Mexico. So each country has sites that are going to host, including right down here in Miami. Now, you might say, yeah, it's the U.S. It's affordable, right? Let's go. I think there's plenty of games. No, no. It's like going to a Super Bowl. Every game is like going to a Super Bowl. The tickets, it's ridiculous. Like $5,000.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's. I don't get it. FIFA, they're a bunch of mobsters. Sort of criminal is what, and it's criminal how they're pricing this shit out. But we'll see. Once the games start next week. So
Right.
I have shared on the screen here. I don't know if you can see it, but it has the probabilities of each group. So I don't know if you can see it, but I'll just kind of go through each one and I'll ask you who you think is going to make it out of the group stage, and you tell me. So do you
Yeah.
see it or no?
I could zoom. Actually, I could zoom in a little bit. I can see it. Yeah, I see it.
Okay. So Group A, you got Mexico, South Korea, Czech, and South Africa. So who you think's coming out of that group?
Let's see. South Africa.
I mean, that's pretty
I'm gonna say
Mexico, right?
Mexico. Mexico
Yeah.
should come out, but I won't be surprised if like Africa does some damage out of
South
nowhere
Africa?
with their fast speed. Yeah,
Yeah.
because we know
You
they
know,
can all run. We all know. We
yeah,
know
they're
they have the speed.
getting chased by lions. I always say they get into those African teams, man. They can run. When you're running with lions, it's a joke, but you think about it. These guys are out on the brush. They're runners, and a lot of those African teams are very fast. But technically, that's why they tend to not do as well mostly against some of the powerhouses. So I see where you're going with maybe South Africa, but on the percentages on this, they only give them 7%. So it's probably not going to happen. But Mexico
Right.
is 51%, so that's pretty. I agree with that. Czech
How about
Republic,
group?
South Korea.
How about Group B?
All right. Well, Group B, that's interesting because you got Switzerland, Canada, Bosnia, and Qatar. So looking at it, Canada is a host, like Mexico. Mexico's a host city, so they're going to be given kind of the advantage. So they got Switzerland coming out of there, and I agree. What do you think?
Switzerland, yeah, Canada. Canada. I know Canada has a few good players, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna say Canada for me. Canada might come out.
they might. Since they are a host city, they're a host country here. So they might have a shot. But Switzerland's been the last few cups they've been in the last few years even their team has improved. So they're pretty good. Group C, obviously this is I wouldn't say the group of death, but I say it's the group of fucking the other teams that are playing Brazil is their death. So you got Brazil, Brazil, Morocco, Scotland, and Haiti. So obviously Brazil, right? I mean, we got Brazil coming out of that, right?
Yeah, Brazil. I have Brazil. I'm looking. I'm just checking something. But yeah, no, yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, Brazil's definitely coming out. I
Now,
think they
my
won
question to
today.
you
They
is,
won today
who
earlier.
ends up, huh?
I think they won earlier today. They won.
Yeah, who'd they play?
Who did they play? They played a friendly game against somebody. It's one of them. It's one of the Middle Eastern team.
Yeah, there's a friendlies going on. In fact, there's one next week in Orlando I was thinking about going to, but the pricing, I got enough going on. I'm like, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, Brazil's going to come out. But my question to you is, who's going to be in second? Because we got Morocco at 18%, Scotland 7%, and Haiti 1%. What do you think? Who's going to end up in second? We know who's going to win the group. Who's going to get a win?
Morocco probably.
Yeah. I
think
think
Morocco.
Haiti, man.
I was just gonna say I won't be surprised Haiti will come out of nowhere.
You know, Haiti played the other night. Who'd they play? They played somebody pretty good, and they beat them. I want to say New Zealand. They beat somebody down here. So, and you know, they played none of their games in Haiti during the World Cup qualifying. All their games were away
Right.
because of the turmoil that was going on in their country. So
Yeah.
for them to
There's.
make the World Cup,
Yeah.
that's a testament to them. So I think they're gonna have people that are gonna go see them, and they're not beating Brazil. But like I said, I think they got a shot of winning 2 games. I mean, I think they're gonna beat Scotland and Morocco. They're not
Maybe.
beating Brazil though.
No, they're
Yeah,
not beating Brazil. It'll be a miracle. I mean, they can play good defense, but it'll be a miracle for them to beat them.
I always tell people that if you follow Brazil, like they can put 2 teams out and play. They don't. That's how deep Brazil is for years and years. They can run out there with 2 World Cup teams. So
They can be
that's
Group A, Group B, and still be
yeah,
able to win.
yeah. I mean, they're just crazy. They got an A
I
team and
mean,
a B
it's
team.
funny.
So
It's funny because I play feet. We play games. We play.
yeah,
That's what we do. Me and Josh were playing FIFA, and I put in a Brazilian guy that's like overall 60, like 8 or 67, but he can run and he can dribble the ball really well. So I put him as a winger, and his kid runs like 93. He has like 93 sprint and acceleration is 90. And this kid can move. He's Brazilian. He can move the ball up. Can't pass for shit. He can't shoot, but he can run.
he can run.
But he can run. So that's all
Screw it.
you
Have him
need.
just go down,
You just need guys that can move the ball up and pass the ball up and get it to these
set him up.
guys to
Yep,
shoot. That's it. And we know they
yep.
can all shoot. Maybe not this
Oh
guy
yeah,
yet.
Brazilian.
But in FIFA, that's what they do.
Yeah,
They
but the other
down you
guys
down.
can.
Right.
Yeah. So D, this is the United States. So Group D, we got USA, Turkey, Paraguay, and Australia. So uh, from the looks of it, I think it's going to be a tough group. I mean, I think US is going to come out of it, but Turkey is no joke.
Turkey,
Paraguay's
yeah,
decent. Australia
Paraguay,
is
Paraguay. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, Australia, we don't know. I don't know. This is
we
a
don't know,
question
but
mark here. Question mark in this one. If we had a little
yeah,
show and we had a lot of people watching us, we would put a question mark on that one because we have to
yeah,
go
I'd write
back
it
and
out.
talk about it
Right,
because it looks like
right.
United
We
States for
definitely,
sure. We want the United States, but
we
can they get
definitely
out?
won't know
Can
about
they
that.
right? Can they get out?
And I think they can. But I'm not, you can see these numbers 51, 55, 74. You get to Group D, it drops down to 39%. So that tells you there's a lot of parity. So this, I would call it the group of death or the kind of the unknown because you really don't know who's going to come out of D. So, but we'll see. Group E
This one,
now. This one, again,
this one looks a little bit more exciting. This one,
yeah,
Germany,
Germany. Yep.
Ecuador,
Ecuador. hmm
Ivory Coast. Was
Ivory
that
Coast. They don't
Curacao?
call it Ivory Coast. They call it Cote d'Ivoire. I don't know. I saw that on the Fox broadcast. I'm like, yo, I know it is Ivory Coast, and they call it something else. I'm like, it's Ivory Coast. Just say Ivory Coast, man. Why do we get so technical?
Right. And then Curacao? Did I say
And then we
Curacao?
have Curacao, which is not the what you put in your drink. It's an actual island in the Caribbean, small little island that made the World Cup.
They play
God bless them.
baseball too. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. 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 So Germany, we agree. Germany, they're gonna take it.
I agree. Germany
Yeah.
or Ecuador. Ecuador did have a good
You
little. I
think they
mean, I
could
don't
beat
know.
Germany?
I don't know about beating them, but they might do something.
Force a tie.
This is all points. So we got to remember
Right.
they don't got to
Right.
win. They don't got to win. They just
Nope.
got to score.
You get a tie.
That's all.
Yeah, and you get a tie
You got to
and then
tie or score,
differential.
and then the differential.
Because
So
whoever plays Curacao, that's gonna be the ass whooping game. So it's like, oh, we got Curacao? Okay. So each one of these teams is gonna have a chance to put up some points. They're gonna put up some goals. So it depends when Germany plays Ecuador, Germany plays Ivory Coast. Oh, and Ivory Coast, fun fact, they beat France in a friendly the other night. In France, in
hmm,
Nice. Yep, they beat France. Like for them it was it was a big deal. And it was a friendly. And France had people. Mbappe was playing. I saw their other player they have, forget his name. He scored a goal. That I mean, they're loaded. France is like one of the favorites, and Ivory Coast beat them. Ivory Coast beat them. So let's not sleep on Ivory Coast. I know they only got a 12%, but who knows? They stunned. They beat Ecuador and Curacao, and they come down to Germany and they play Germany. You know.
no, yeah. I mean, that happened.
So I'm gonna say the dark horse is Ivory Coast, just because what I've seen of late. So in Group E, but Germany's coming out of there. All right, Group F. So we got the Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, and Tunisia. What's your opinion? Netherlands or Japan?
I mean, to be honest, Netherlands should take this, but you never know. Then they lost the World
Yeah,
Baseball Classic. So they're gonna want revenge in one sport
and let's
than
get them
another.
back in soccer.
Yeah, they're gonna get back in soccer. So I don't know. Maybe Japan. Maybe either
Japan's
or. It's either or.
now Sweden. If you guys didn't know, there used to be a player for Sweden, Ibravnovic. He played for many years. He was one of the best soccer players in the world, but they never made the World Cup with him. He was one of the best players in the world. At some point,
Best
even played
player.
in the
He
MLS.
even says himself he's the best player. No.
Yeah, yeah. He lets everyone know he's the best
I
player in the
am
world.
I am Zalman. I'm the best in the world.
Yeah,
You
I think.
know, Zedlin always does
Yep,
Zedlin.
Zalin.
There's a guy. I don't know if you watched the show. What's that
Ted
show?
Lasso.
Ted Lasso. There's that
Yes,
fucking guy in one of the seasons.
I was
They
about
buy
to
they
say that. He.
fire that guy, and
Yeah.
he's
Yes,
like. But in this one, he's like this guy is like I don't know. He emulates him a little bit, but
he does.
he's
I think it's
he
based off of
yeah.
Zlatan.
It's
Yeah.
based off of him, but he's like
Yeah.
cool. He's like cooler.
Yeah.
Like he's all
Yeah.
like laid back. He's like meditation.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's always all about that. So
I love that show. I don't know about
yeah.
side note. Like
That
I am
show is
so.
great. That show
Have
is
you seen
awesome.
all the episodes?
I have seen most of it. I think I got to catch up or something. There's a
You
couple
know who
more episodes,
died?
but
You
no,
know who
who
just
died?
died?
Who died?
The owner, the old guy.
The old guy? Oh,
You
the
remember
old
you
guy.
remember the darts the scene with the darts?
Yes, the dart
He
scene.
died. He died.
After that,
No. He died. He finished the season, so it's
the
gonna be
actor
interesting to
died.
see. Yeah, the actor that played him, the
So
owner.
then what?
He owned.
Who's the owner
He ended
now?
up. Yeah, he died.
Who's gonna be so they're gonna like give it? Did they give it to the chick? I'm guessing
Well,
the
no.
show.
Remember, he moved on and he bought another team, and he was owning that team. Remember? I don't want to give too much away, but
Yeah. Okay, good.
he
Yeah, I
was
remember now.
married,
Yeah,
and then they got
yes.
divorced. The girl, the woman
Yeah,
took took
took the team. They took the
the
team.
team, and then kind of to get back at him. And I'm kind of giving you guys a storyline to
Oh,
get
he
back at
died.
the ex.
That guy died.
Yes, the fucking
That
dude, the
guy.
owner that he always has the
That
women.
guy.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
died.
that guy. I know. Okay, so the episode that he's going against him, and he's
The
fucking just
darts.
the Dart
Yeah.
episode where he just annihilates Ted
Right, he
annihilates the
didn't
guy.
know. He was like,
He
"Oh,
didn't
we're
know
gonna
he's
bet,"
like
and
a
he bet him and beat him.
yeah,
Yeah,
and he's like, and then he's telling him, he's like, hey,
his story.
he used to every day, play dart,
Yep.
whatever the story was, and he was like,
But what
every
was
day. I
but
can't
what
remember
was
what it was. Let me see if I
but
can remember.
what was the moral of the story? That little scene. What was the moral of it?
The moral of the story. I'm trying to remember that scene. So that moral of the story.
All right, I'll set it up since
Don't.
those
No,
of you that
I know. I got it.
you remember.
It's downloaded. I got it. Satellite download from Elon Musk. I
But
got it. Thank you, man.
but
So
but yes. Oh God.
so it
So
was so yeah. So it what it was the he's basically saying don't judge a book by its cover. Basic.
right,
Basic.
because he thought, oh, this American, this Yankee doesn't know how to play darts. I'm British. I have my own. He brought his own darts, and he's like, oh, look at you. He's like, yeah, let's play. And then Lasso was like, all right, let's make a bet. If I beat you, you don't talk about, you don't ever come by the team. You can't do anything. But if you beat me, you can go ahead and set the lineup how you want. You tell me what to do. And he's like, oh shit, it's on. I can play darts. And
Yeah.
Lasso beats his ass. And then he tells the story to explain to him, like, you think you know me, you don't know my story. And he talks about how he grew up playing darts with his father, and he just was like fucking, he was just rolling on him, and they were like, what the hell are we just witnessing here? So yeah, he died. The owner died. The guy from Ted Lasso. So I don't know if he
Oh
was in the new
man.
season. Do you know the storyline of the new season? Do you know what's gonna happen?
No, I have no idea. I have to.
All
Do
right,
you
I'm
know?
breaking news here. So the storyline is, now I don't know how, but he ends up back in England because I don't know if you've seen. Like, see, you haven't seen all the seasons, so I'm kind of giving you some kind of catch up.
I'm
He
probably
ends
off
up,
by one season
yeah.
or a couple episodes.
The guy that left. You remember the guy that was his like, he was like the equipment guy.
Yeah.
He
He turned
left.
into the coach. Yeah. They make
He
him the
coached the
latest and
other
greatest.
team, and they
Yeah,
hated
yeah,
him.
yeah. They make him the latest and greatest, and he's like really good. Yeah.
Right. So he comes back.
Right.
So there's a
Okay.
whole
So he comes
episode
back.
about that because he gets fired. and then he ends up coming back to the team, and they some guys didn't want him, but he came back, so he's helping. Ted Lasso ends up something goes on, but he wants to go back to the States because he wants to be back with his kid because his wife
He misses
and
his
him are
kid. Yeah.
breaking up. They're not together anymore. So he wants to see what he can do about his family. So he actually, at the end of the last season, he goes back to the U.S. to be with his son. So he leaves the team. He's like, I'm not coaching anymore. So we're like, fuck.
So is
So
there
it
still
seems,
going to be a show?
yes, here's the thing. Apparently, in the new season, he comes back. Now, I don't know how it happens, but that's why we're going to have to watch it. He comes
Right.
back and coaches a girls' team.
Oh.
Yep. He's got girls now.
And I'm wondering, everyone's still going to be there because that's a great cast. That one lady,
Yeah.
the older, I wouldn't
The
say she's
owner,
old as
she's
fuck.
probably bought a
The
team,
owner,
right?
she probably, and then she probably will buy that team. He's going to
Right.
convince her
Mm-hmm.
to,
Roy
you know,
Kent.
to Roy. Yeah, he's
You
going
know
to get
Roy
Roy.
Kent's coming
He's going to
back
get.
in
He's
some
going to get
capacity.
that fucking guy. I feel like that guy is a really good actor. That guy.
He's a comedian.
He's a comedian, dude. But he
Yeah,
does
he's a
really well.
comedian.
He does
Yeah.
really well. If you look at his character, I
Oi,
think it's like,
oi.
"Oi, hey, oi, what are you doing over here?" And just like,
Yeah.
oh, what I tell you about that? Like it's always something.
Those characters are so like I can't speak enough to it. The characters in that show are so they're funny, but then they're emotional. They're like onions. Like you have to peel back and you actually see. And he's one of those where you see him
Oh yeah.
at the end, soccer player. He's an asshole. He's very rigid. But come to find out, he's if you go deeper, the guy has I don't want to give too much away. I want people to
Well,
watch the
no, yeah,
show,
no.
but
He transforms as a
he
character. Like everything that goes
transforms.
on,
Then he becomes a coach. Yeah,
he's right. I was gonna say. I mean, they're gonna eventually see it. So yeah, the player turns into coach.
coach.
He's at the end of his time. Technically, there's also
Then he has a
there's
relationship with a
his
girl.
relationship. Yeah, it shows
She's so
everything.
good too. I forget the names of these
I
people, but
believe
oh
I
man,
saw her from
she's
another show one time, so she's
yeah,
really good.
yeah. But so anyway, so yeah, Ted Lasso. So that's coming up. If those of you are into that, so I know we talked about Sweden. So I don't know this current iteration of Sweden. They don't include Abramovic, but they got him at 14%. And then Tunisia, yeah, Tunisia's the doorstop. Like I said, there's always one team in these groups that are just like, all right, yeah, they're just happy to be here. Like, yeah, we're here. Can we
Hmm.
score one goal in one game and then we can okay, we're good. Thanks for playing. So the Tunisia is that team. So Group F, Netherlands. Now Group G, this one's interesting because our cousin, Dre, who's supposed to come on tonight, but you know him, they're actually going to watch. They're going to that game. They're actually going to the Egypt and Iran game. So that's going to be interesting to hear the story. And they actually look like him and Disciple. They actually look like they actually look like Arabs. So they're
Like
actually going
hijabs.
to, and you too, if you were to go, you look like one of them too.
Muhammad Jihad.
Aladdin.
Wala.
Allah, Allah, Allah,
Wala.
Allah. Yalla, 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 yalla. So we got
Wala.
Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand. So Belgium, yeah, Belgian waffles all day. They're going to roll. I
Belgian
don't think
waffles.
another team, New Zealand maybe gets a win. But I mean, they got Egypt at 19%. I guess they got somebody that's good. I don't really follow a lot of the players other than the superstars. So you might know a little more. There might be somebody on Egypt that's pretty good, but I don't know.
No, I don't know. No, but
Another fun fact.
yeah.
Another fun fact about this group: Iran. They are not. So most teams, if not all teams, they have camps in the U.S. Now some teams have camps in Mexico or in Canada, like Mexico. They're training in Mexico. Canada trains in Canada. But all the other teams, they're training, so they're preparing for the World Cup. They're all playing in the U.S. So, for example, I think Portugal's down in West Palm. Curacao, I think, is in West Palm too. Argentina is training in Kansas City. The U.S. is training, I think, in California. They're all spread out. And I posted something in the thread last week, I think, showing that. Iran, oddly enough, they are not allowed to set up in the U.S. They don't have a camp set up. So they're currently training, I believe they're in Mexico. So they're the only country other than the host countries that are in their own country. They are actually not allowed to set foot in the U.S. only for the game. So they're actually going to go and fly in for the game day. They'll play the game and then they'll get on a plane afterwards and go back to their camp in Mexico. Pretty crazy, huh?
That is wow.
Yep. Because of the situation with the war and all that. I mean, I don't agree. You know me and my
I
political
mean,
stance.
if you think
Like, come
about it,
on, dude.
it might be better that way. We don't know what
Really?
will happen. We don't know, like if they set up camp or whatever, and some
They're
stupid ass,
athletes.
yeah, but
I
some
know.
stupid ass will go there, probably shoot them, and probably say,
Yeah, but they're
I
gonna
mean,
be in the stadium, right? I mean, but I know what you're
yeah,
saying. It's like if they're
yeah,
set up
yeah,
here, people
yeah,
might go there and protest,
yeah.
but the U.S.
But
won't give them the
it
ability to
does
do
not
that.
sound good. Yeah, it does not sound good. Like when you look at it from when you look at it from every perspective, every angle, it doesn't look good on either side. It doesn't look good what's going on. It doesn't. But
Yeah,
they're a country,
war,
and
war
this
as
is
hell.
soccer. This is soccer, and war is war, soccer is soccer, right? That's what pretty much I'm trying
Yeah,
to say.
football is
Um,
life.
Football is life. I heard this one famous video from many years ago. It's my favorite. This kid's like, Chipotle's my life. So same thing for soccer. Soccer's my life.
Chipotle's is life. What the hell?
Yeah, Chipotle. Yeah, the little kid. It's in a video, and he's like, Chipotle's my life.
That
Always
dude,
wants
that is
Chipotle.
spending a lot of kids spending a lot of time in the bathroom,
Hmm. Yeah, I like it though.
tearing his asshole open. So Belgium, they're gonna win. They're gonna win Group G. I don't. That's undoubtedly. Now we go to Group H. Now this is another one of those groups where you look at it on paper, it's a pretty easy division or group. So we got Spain, La Roja, Uruguay, which, if Disciple was here, he could definitely talk about that, but he's watching a movie right now. Saudi Arabia and Cape Verde, another one of those small islands in the middle of the Atlantic. So we know Spain's going to win it, yes. I mean, this is just like, well, are they going to go undefeated? What do you think? I think Uruguay has a decent chance to maybe tie them, but
Was
I
it
don't. They can't
Spain?
beat them. Spain.
Yeah, Spain might get it. Uruguay lost one of their. They don't. Well, they're getting old, but they lost some of
Hmm.
their players. They don't have
Yeah.
Suarez anymore. The ear biter,
The ear
Mike
biter.
Tyson. We don't got the soccer. We don't got the soccer version of Mike Tyson out there on the field anymore. Even
Yeah.
though he's still putting in goals with Messi,
Yeah, but I mean, MLS is like
but
where
I
soccer
don't.
players go to retire.
But I mean, you never know. It might be the same to them. I mean, remember they play. They know they played at a high level. So like to them, it's nothing. They go back. They're probably gonna do the same thing. Maybe not the same thing, the same way they used to do.
Right.
It's like LeBron James. LeBron James only. How do I say this? He's only been able to play for this long because he is better than a lot of
Everyone else.
players.
Well, he's
And
the perfect specimen. If you wanted to put a basketball player in the lab, not to get too far of a tangent, you're gonna make LeBron James. Now, is he the greatest player? No, I think Jordan's better than him. But that's another
I
discussion
think,
for
I
another day.
mean, two distinct players. I think
Yeah.
Michael Jordan's aggressiveness definitely
Hmm.
would beat LeBron. It would be a good game. You know, it would be a good game.
I think the Bulls would beat any of LeBron's teams, even the super team. I think if you were to do a time warp and put probably the best Heat team, the one that beat San Antonio, I think that team, with the Bulls, I think it would be an interesting game, but I still think the Bulls would win.
That'd be crazy. Like the only
I
way
mean,
that we
Wade,
can like actually like figure out like if the player is good, like if we can do like a replication, like of somehow like grab the DNA and like put that person boom in the moment of time in a
yeah,
simulation that will, he has all the attributes of Michael Jordan. He's Michael
right,
Jordan, you
right,
know. We put Michael Jordan's name on it, right? We download the information. It's Michael Jordan. Everything of him and Michael Jordan in the simulation.
right.
LeBron James, we put everything of LeBron James in simulation,
The
and they
data,
just go the data, and they just go
yeah,
1-on-1. They just go they go at it, 1v1. 1v1. I think will be an interesting game. I for sure. You know what? One v one
yeah.
v one. Michael Jordan takes it off the cake. You
Well,
know.
LeBron can just back him down, but LeBron's bigger than Jordan.
Yeah, but
Jordan's like
but Jordan
six.
is but Jordan's not. He's not stupid. He's
No,
not.
but Jordan's an animal. Jordan's a killer. Like Kobe's kind of the closest thing we had to Jordan recently. I mean, Wade a little bit. Wade had a couple years. Wade was kind of reminds me a little bit like Iverson. Always heavy to the basket. Although Iverson was a better shooter than Wade from the outside, but Wade was just always getting fouls, getting in there. Jordan can kill you shooting it outside. Jordan will go inside on you, gets fouls. Jordan was and Jordan went at you. You thought you were holding him down. fourth quarter comes around and he blows up every time. I hated watching him against the Heat because they would shut him down for 3 quarters and be like, oh, fourth quarter, all right, let's turn it on and beat this team. And he did that shit all the time, and it pissed me off to no end. But I respect the hell out of him because he was a killer. LeBron is all about, he could do everything too, but the dude was more passing the ball and make the certain play. He's not a killer. He's not like that. But LeBron is LeBron. They're kind of two different players. But yeah, so back to soccer.
Back to soccer.
That is soccer. So yeah, right. I told you we get off this tangent.
But no, yeah,
with
I was
basketball.
saying, Uruguay,
Yeah.
Spain. Either of those guys will come out. I think Spain for sure, because Spain has. I'm not gonna lie, Spain has a couple superstars. They have Gavi. They have
who?
Yeah, they have Gavi, this young kid. They have young
Gavi.
guys, man. Yeah, they got young guys, man. They got guys that that play and they score. They can do it.
Yep. I've actually seen places where they're favored to win. I think it's going to be Portugal, but we'll get there. So, so Spain coming out of Group H. Now Group I, there we go. We got another super team. We got France, Norway, Senegal, and now we got Iraq. So we got the other Middle Eastern team.
France.
Yeah.
France automatic. They got
automatic.
So many superstars. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
I'll just say one name, Griezmann. Just Griezmann.
Is Griezmann still on France?
I think so. He's not. I believe so. Ask Josh. Let me ask Josh, our source.
Yeah, our soccer guru. I'm a guru, but not in the soccer so much. But yeah, Norway, decent. Not a chance in hell. Senegal, please.
Does Griezmann still play? So why would he play for France? Is he stupid or something?
He's old. They didn't pick.
Camavinga, come pinga didn't. Camavinga.
They got a guy named Kovacha,
Komuku, yeah, some shit weird. Yeah, I know you're talking.
He looks like fucking.
Josh? What's that one? What's that dude's name with the K? Canucho. What's that one?
Cucho.
Kunde. Is that the Kunde?
I don't know. He scored. He scored.
He scored. He scored. I don't know. Maybe no. He's playing.
I don't know. But anyway, I just saw Mbappe. Mbappe's there for sure. But anyway, so they're coming out of that group. It's just a matter of how bad the other teams are going to be. So, all right, Group J, another one of these super teams. We got Argentina. They won it last World Cup. They got Messi coming back. He's older. He's old now, but the dude can still play. Yeah, what do you think? I mean, again, another one of these. I think it's an easy group. Like Austria.
Argentina is going to annihilate every one of them. It's got to be a bad game for Argentina. They got to. Listen,
injuries maybe.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest here. Even our Chilenitos are not even in here, and we know that they could stop them. Probably, we know that but unfortunately, they're not. They're not there to stop them.
Suck.
We suck this past season. Is it their fault? Honestly, probably. Maybe just lay off the booze after practice.
They got yeah, right. They got old, man. They got old.
Yeah.
They just got old.
That too. We lost a lot of good players that are. I see shit on Instagram. I don't know if you see it. I share it. I'm gonna find them and share it to you. They talk about like Alexis Sanchez. They're like, oh, he is the proud captain of the team. He is the team, and he loves Chile. Chile loves him. And talks about him, playing with Barcelona, being one of the greatest Chilean players, like one of the greatest Chilean players to ever play in Barcelona. So I'm like, holy shit, I'm glad they recognize he wasn't a bad player. He played with Messi. So Alexis Sanchez. Yeah,
Barcelona,
Sanchez,
right?
Vidal in Barcelona, yeah. The Vidal, Arturo Vidal played as well with them. I remember playing back in the day a couple years ago. I remember playing the game Barcelona, and I'm Vidal passing the ball to Messi. Our younger brother Josh used to use him he's like a sniper with the ball. He used to hit him outside the box and just score. That guy hit the ball so hard that he hit that shit. That shit was a rocket. Like it really was a rocket. In real life, he does the same thing. He's a sniper.
Wow.
So.
But yeah, Argentina is going to take it. I don't think anybody's going to give them any kind of trouble here. You got Austria, Algeria, and then another Middle Eastern team, Jordan. Now this group, the next one, I call it the group of death because I think it is the toughest group of all of them. Plus, I'm going to call it the TNA group because, and we'll talk about this in a minute. So we got Portugal, Colombia, we got Congo, and then we got Uzbekistan. So we can cross out the Congo and Uzbekistan. Those are the speed bumps. The real deal is we got two pretty good teams. We got Portugal, who I think my money is on Portugal to win the whole thing, and then we got Colombia, which they were pretty good in the last few World Cups. I mean, they've improved their team. What do you think?
I see him zooming in so I can see it.
Yeah,
Portugal,
we got Portugal 64%,
Portugal,
Colombia 28,
Portugal for
Congo
sure.
5, and Uzbekistan 3.
Portugal for sure. Colombia, they can make it out if they could beat Portugal, but they do have a lot of players. They do have, you got to be careful of those guys. And I believe Ronaldo is going to play, I believe his final game or final season with them. So let's see.
Yeah, you're
Let's see
breaking
what
up,
the.
kiddo.
Can you hear me? Oh
You're
no.
breaking up. I didn't that last minute of talk. I didn't hear anything. I don't know what you said. Like, if you
Hello,
want to
can you hear me?
quickly kind of summarize what you said.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now you sound fine.
Okay, I don't know what happened.
Can
I
I hear
was
you
not
now?
on
Yeah.
Wi-Fi.
Can you hear me?
I was not on Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So no, what I was saying
Yeah.
was Portugal should come out. Colombia, I don't know, maybe
hmm
they could beat them, but I believe Ronaldo is playing as well still there, so maybe they could
Yes.
still use
Yep.
his utilize his shooting ability, his speed, um,
hmm
and go from there.
Yeah. So I agree. Now they are playing each other. Portugal and Colombia. They're playing down here in Miami. I forget the date. It's coming up. I keep telling everyone I want to go to that game, not even for the game itself. Like, yes, they're two good teams. Portugal, Ronaldo, Rodriguez, I think plays for Colombia. Jose Rodriguez, I forget the guy's name.
James,
But huh?
James,
Oh, yeah, yeah. So,
James,
but I
James Rodriguez. I'll
say
make fun of him.
James
Yeah,
Rodriguez, yeah. So I say pound for pound per capita during that game, you are not going to have any more women with tits and ass in any game during the World Cup. You put
I'm
any of
going
these
to
games
that
together,
game. I got to go to this
that game
game,
right
guys.
there,
Got to
the
go, and
TNA.
Portugal women.
Because let's talk about Portugal. Where do they come? Like, Portugal is the Brazil. Everybody says, "Oh, Brazil, Brazil." Where do you think they came from? Portugal, right? They came over on the boats with the slaves. They took over Brazil, that area. That's why they're darker, because those are all the slaves that went over there. But the Portuguese were the ones that ran. So the Portuguese, and they speak Portuguese. So the Portuguese women, they still got it going on, because they got that with the Brazilian as well. And then you got Colombia. Now, we all know Colombia, what they're working with, right? The women.
Hmm.
It's ridiculous. We know one. We know one. So I say that game right there. If you go to that game, the game is secondary in my opinion. My game, the part of the game is just walking around looking at all the fucking tail running around like, oh shit, you see that? Oh
I'm
god.
definitely going to go get multiple beers.
Here's the thing, you can't tailgate. So like, even you're like, shit, I'm just gonna go down there and celebrate and drink some. What is a Colombian drink? And the Chileans drink it too. And Mama G
Uh,
likes drinking that shit.
Pisco,
Pisco, right?
Pisco
Oh,
sour,
no, no, no. Mama G drinks aguardiente. I think the Colombians drink
aguardiente.
that shit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
aguardiente. Yeah, that's
aguardiente. So Mama G's favorite drink. So there's gonna be a lot of people down in aguardiente and pisco in that game. But more importantly, there's gonna be a lot of like fucking tail.
hmm
Like, I'm watching that game just to kind of, I think, screw the game, go put it in the stands. Show me the crowd.
This is the way.
This is the way. Yeah, we need the soundboard. This is the way. So yeah,
Where's Dre
TNA.
when we need him?
I know, right? Hey, I invited these guys, but I mean,
Hey, I mean, we could talk about the movie. They're not here,
oh, we
right?
can.
This is viewers discretion advised.
We'll talk about
Spoiler
that.
alert. We'll talk
Yeah, we'll
about it.
talk
But
about
yeah,
it. We'll finish up with that. So let's
yeah.
finish up this. So, all right. So Group K, Portugal, Colombia. I think Portugal's going to take it. Colombia, the TNA Bowl. It's going to be good, but I think Portugal ends up winning it. Now the final group, uh, of course, Group L, and it's our ancestors, because we don't have our father's country, Chile. Your mom's too, but we do have the ancestors. So we came from, our last name is English. So we got Group L. So we got England. God save the king. I'm gonna be big time England supporter. Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. So you know, England's got this. Let's be honest. There's no
Yeah,
real
yeah. There's no.
no. Panama, please. Ghana, Croatia. You know, they're gonna stay in that game. No, no kid yourself. This is not gonna be like a 4-0. I mean, it might be 2-1, 3-1. England beats Croatia. You know, they're gonna pull away late. But don't slip on them. But I think England's gonna take it. But Ghana, Panama, forget it. Those are speed bumps, especially Panama. They're just happy to be there.
Right.
You know, so that's your draw for the World Cup. So they start, I believe, next week. Get your tickets. You can just take a second mortgage out on your house, and you can buy 2 tickets. So, or you
Just
can
sell your
watch it at a bar.
just sell your ass in the corner and
Yeah,
before
just sell your firstborn.
or
Sell
that.
your firstborn, and you can go watch Portugal in Colombia, and then you can enjoy yourself. Or if you really want to see some tits and ass, just go to Tootsie's down the street, and you'll probably see girls look just like that. So,
Yeah.
just saying. But it's definitely gonna be a worthwhile watch. All right, so yeah, now let's change it up again. So yeah, we did see the Mandalorian and Grogu. We saw it last week. We all went together. What are your thoughts on the movie?
I really enjoyed the movie. It felt like a westerner for sure. The way and that's how their style is. But yeah, no, the whole movie, I thought I was watching an episode
Yeah,
of Mandalorian because I was like, oh no, it's about to end. You know, I'm looking at the time and I'm like, oh no, I'm at the movies. You know, so that was really
yeah.
cool getting to see a movie version of the Mandalorian, and we get to see a lot of we get to see a lot of things happen in the movie that we seen if you watch the show in the beginning, since the beginning
hmm
of the show.
hmm
There was a lot of mixed emotions throughout through the whole movie. Like I said, there is little things from the past that everyone's going to notice that happened in the beginning seasons and all that, but I think I think overall the movie was great. I wish there was just a little bit more action, maybe, but
There's a lot of
it's
action in
just
that movie.
there's action for sure. There's plenty of action, but I wish there was just a little bit more, like from Grogu. But he's so little, so young. You don't get to see much of that, but you do get to see some cool stuff. So here's some artwork that they have for the movie. We got to see them.
Yeah.
Some of these scenes, some of these characters. We've seen the scene. The little what are those little guys? I never know the name. What are those little guys?
I forgot. All I know
We
is
gotta look.
they.
We gotta look that up here.
Yeah,
We'll talk about that later
maybe.
as we. Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. So we'll talk about that as we go along of the story. If you
Maybe.
let's just fuck it. Let's just talk about the whole movie. Just go
So,
through the story.
all right. So, if you guys don't know who the Mandalorian is, he's basically a warrior. They're from a warrior class. So, if you're into Star Wars, you guys know about it. Maybe not. He's a bounty hunter. So, if you remember the original Star Wars trilogy, we had the bounty hunter Boba Fett. He was the bad guy. He was kind of the bad guy. When you see him later on, he becomes more sympathetic. But at the time, he was kind of bad because he caught on Solo and the whole deal with Empire. But anyway, yeah. So he is one of these warrior class. And his deal, he's a bounty hunter. He's catching all the bad guys for a price. And in this movie, he's actually catching people that are from the old empire, the remnants, and he's working for the rebels, or now they run shit now. Okay, so that's the whole storyline where he's catching some of these people, and then he gets caught up with some other shit. So right, am I explaining the movie
Yeah, pretty
pretty
good.
accurately?
Pretty
Yeah,
good so far. Pretty
so far,
accurate.
right?
Yeah.
So where the movie turns is where they're looking for, again, they're looking for another empire sympathizer. He's viewed the emperor empire, and the information they got is from the Huts. Now, if you guys don't know who the Huts are, they are the crime family. So think of them like the mafia in that area, the galaxy. And one of the big ones was, if you guys remember the original, like Return of the Jedi, Jabba the Hutt. Okay, we all know what happens to Jabba. Got a little frisky with Leia,
Ooga,
and she
ooga,
choked the
ooga,
shit out
ooga.
of him, right?
Ooga, ooga, ooga,
Yeah, yeah,
ooga.
yeah. So he,
Ooga,
he
Princess
chokes out.
Leia. Ooga.
Now, what'd you say?
I was just trying to mimic
Yeah.
mimic them.
Oh, 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 oh. I just know when they catch the Return of the Jedi when they realize that they like, yeah, we knew you were here the whole time. And you hear Jabba going, oh my Jabba. And he's talking about, yeah, we know what you guys up to. But anyways, so he dies, but the family's still there, right? This is a family, the Hutts.
Yeah, his son
His
and then
son, and
his
we'll get to that, right? But they're hired by the Hutts to get Jabba's son. Jabba had a son, and he was kidnapped. Now I know there's some shit with the Clone War. He was in one of the episodes of Clone Wars. I don't know that. I didn't know about that. I know my son knows about it. We talked about it.
he's in the yeah, I remember
He
that.
was young, right?
Yeah.
So they had to work with the Hutts. Why? Because the Hutts had the identity of another Empire sympathizer. So the rebels were working with the Hutts to get this information, but in doing so, the Hutts wanted to get their nephew from this where they were. So obviously, a Mandalorian, he's gonna go Mando with Grogu, his little fucking mini Yoda looking thing. They go to this world to find. What is his name? I know he's a Hutt, but what's his first name?
Oh, I forgot his name.
Yeah, fucking. We'll
Their
call him
names are
Buffy Hutt because the motherfucker works out. Because
yeah,
you
he had
take a job at
arms.
Hutt, you take a fat sloth, and then you see this dude, and you can see it in the image. I think he's right there on the right, but it's not a good image because they show him like dude's got weapons and shit. So he's
Yeah,
a
he's the
fighter. He's kind of like a paid fighter, and
yeah.
he's like Mando finds him. Is like, hey, I've been told to get you to release you and bring you back so we can get information about this guy. And Hutt's like, I'm not leaving. I love it here. I beat the crap out of people and they treat me well. I
They
don't want to
feed
go back
me.
to my family.
They
They feed him.
massage me.
They massage him. They had little robots massaging him and shit. So long story short, the guy who owned him, because he was owned, he was like a slave, but he was treated well. They were gonna kill him. So in doing so, they ended up capturing the Mandalorian, and then the Mandalorian had to fight the Hutt, and then they ended up fighting together, and they get out. They free themselves, and in doing so, again, spoiler alert: the guy that owned the Hutt, the son, ended up being the guy that they needed. He was a former empire, so they go and get him. Mandalorian goes there with the Hutt,
He goes
and they
back.
go back and get him, and there's a fight that ensues, and they capture him, and he captures him and sends him back. But then what happens? He didn't bring the kid didn't want to go back to the Hutts because he knew if he went back to his aunt and uncle, they were going to kill him.
So the rebel commander, she's like, oh, you broke the deal, so now
Right
you don't get paid,
now,
and they're gonna be
they
pissed.
they are, and
So
they were,
and they were.
and
Yeah,
they
you
were,
saw,
yeah, they were,
and you saw what happened the next
yeah,
couple scenes. They're just chilling, relaxing, all cool, and
in the
just
crib.
like the just like the show, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, relaxing, all cool, and yeah, they were relaxing and all right. They were sleeping,
Yeah,
and and
and
this
then
bounty hunter came along
the
and
bounty hunter shows up.
messed everything up. But
Everything
what happened before? Before that, the little dudes come. These little mechanic engineers come,
to
right,
fix the ship.
to fix the new ship that he replaced. Remember, I talked about that you're gonna see things that you saw before. So he got his
Yeah,
old
the
ship
old
back. So
right,
he's got a refurbished ship,
right,
all
and they're
stock, all
fixing it.
brand new, and then he's fixing
Yeah.
it up so he could do crazy shit. So remember when he first got the ship, he did something to it. I don't. Do you remember what he did?
Um.
You remember what he did when they were trying to get out? They were leaving, and
Nah.
they reverted the power. He knew how to revert the power so he can hit hyperspeed, so he can get out of there. He just
Oh
skedaddle.
yeah, he ripped something out.
Yeah, he had him take something out for the power. So
Right, because they were trying to leave and they
it
couldn't. And he
it
told Zed like,
overloaded
"Yo,
it.
rip this out." Yeah.
Yeah, it overloaded too much power, I guess. To
Right.
override it, he had him pull it out, and he was able to
Right.
activate it right away, and they got out. So that's why he wanted those little guys there to soup it up and all that. And those guys, then that was my favorite part was those guys. The second part where it's those little guys and Grogu. Because remember, they take the Mandalorian, and Grogu
Yeah.
stays behind.
But the little
And
guys know about Grogu. They know he's a little like he gets into shit, and they're like,
yeah,
bad baby," you
bad
know.
baby, bad baby. But the cool thing is that they let him fix shit with them. So
Yeah.
he's learning how to tinker with ships. So maybe, in the future, he might be, he'll be like Master Jedi, Tinker Mandalorian, like he's gonna have all
Maybe,
these abilities. He's gonna have all these skills,
maybe,
kind of like
maybe.
like remember Anakin did that, and so did Luke. They were really mechanical. So maybe it's funny how this little baby Yoda is following the same footsteps in a way. He's mechanically inclined. He has high
Right.
force power. He has a lot of midichlorians. uh, you know,
He's high with the midichlorians.
you know.
So long
Uh,
story short, the Hutts go after Mandalorian. They capture him. They're gonna put him to death because he double crossed them. They actually capture the Hutt too because he's supposed to leave, but they catch him. And they get out of it. The little fucking those little engineer things, they actually escaped and they actually went back and helped the Mandalorian out, and they basically beat the Hutts. They killed them, and that's how it ends. So it was a good movie. I mean, it have been streaming. Yeah, they probably could have left it in streaming and made like a 4 episode, 5 episodes, and could have done the same. But you know what? They made money. They made a little money. They increased the production, and I like it. A lot of
they
people
already
are
have some of the stuff.
hating it.
They already have some of those sets and all that.
Right. And a lot of that shit's CGI anyway.
Hmm.
Everything's CGI, man, nowadays. So, and yeah, but overall, like I said, if you like Star Wars, it's one of those movies you don't need to watch the show. So it's like, oh my God, I never watched the 2 seasons or whatever. I don't know what's happening. You don't need to. Basically, he's showing you what he did from season one. He's a bounty hunter. He's doing it for money, for contract.
Hmm.
But then he
Yeah, he's
gets
trying to
gets
live.
mixed up with the Hutts.
Well, remember, that's how it started in the show. He was just a regular bounty hunter, just doing whatever he had to do for the mission, and then now he had like a force of change of having a good heart now, more of a good heart, because it feels like he is a good person, right? He
Of
knows
course.
what's right, what's wrong, but he is a good person. And then now that he's met Grogu and he's taken responsibility and all that, he feels like in a way like how a father would feel, right? I'm not a father, but you're a father, right? You know how a father would feel on taking care of business, teaching the younger generation how to live and whatnot. So it's crazy to see his character development go from badass bounty hunter finds Grogu, now he's out here working with the rebels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's an overall good movie, and we'll see. Let's see how much further they go with it. But Star Wars needs to pick it up, man. Enough of the feminine shit. I mean, I'm all for women's rights, but Star Wars is Star Wars. Stop trying to placate to other groups. Worry about us. The
Right.
Generation X and millennials that grew up on this shit. Give us what we want. And this I think is a good first step. I think they didn't get too into it. They made it a simple storyline, and it worked. So I can't wait to see what's next. For the Mandalorian and Disney in general.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, man, it looks like these guys. I know, Disciple was in a movie, but we're getting late here, and but I was actually happy I was able to get some information about the World Cup. We were able to talk about the World Cup, all the different teams, and who you got winning it. I got Portugal. Who do you
You got
got? So
Portugal.
yep.
What would be a crazy match would be like Brazil versus Portugal. Like,
Oh my
is that
God.
that would be
Okay.
that would be
Tits and ass. Tits and ass. It's just
it's
gonna
a
be going through the
a
roof
lot of
on that one.
money. And then
A
even
lot of beautiful
Germany,
women in
I
that
wouldn't
game.
be surprised. Germany, you know what?
Germany.
I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch Germany versus Brazil.
Wow. Okay.
I wouldn't mind, and that might be it. That might be because look at the brackets. Look how it's set up. In a way, you can kind of say, okay, we know which team is going to win.
So look at this. So just real quick. So the Mandalorian, they're gonna release it as a 4-part miniseries with no physical plans for physical release. So literally, this shit was a streaming episodes, and they just combined it and said, you know what, make it into a movie.
Hmm.
Unbelievable, right?
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
No, but yeah, I think Germany, Brazil will be crazy. Looking at the we're looking at the teams here. England might even go, be able to go through because they have a lot of young, great talent too. That's on there.
I think so. So yeah, and then we also talked about the Mandalorian and Grogu as I'm going through some of the Oh, there's these little fuckers right there.
That was my favorite. Honestly, man, my favorite part was like I told you this. My
There you
favorite
go.
part is when the ship when they found each other. You can do it.
What did he say?
It's a big pipe, huh?
I mean, yeah, they're funny as shit,
Yo,
man. Those
dude,
guys.
those are my favorite, bro. That's my favorite
Yeah.
part of the movie. I told you this. My favorite part, man. We didn't even get to the part. Okay, the part that I love the most is when they meet up. Like, so, like one of the mechanics is stuck with the Mandalorian. He got in the ship with Mando, right? Then he
This
gets
it right
out.
here.
Yeah, he gets. That's a bad baby.
Baby. Oh my god, they're the best.
No, man, my favorite part is they find each other. You know, the one of them goes to Mando. The rest they get there to the planet, and the ship flies over him, and he recognizes it. He's like and he goes over, and then he comes out of the bush, and they're all there together. They're all scared, waiting for something to come out of the bush, and it's the last brother or sibling, and they're like, hey,
Yeah.
hey. That part was so good, dude. Oh man, that's my favorite part of those little dudes, bro. Oh my god, it reminded me of the Minions. They remind me of the Minions. Wait, are you serious? You just got to do
Isn't
that
that
again.
noise? That's
Yeah,
the fucking
yeah.
noise from the Jetsons.
Really? But how do they make that
Yeah,
noise? They copy
that's the
pasted that.
Jetsons. Yeah, man. Fucking you. So yeah.
That's funny.
But yeah, so well, Kato, man, I'm glad you were able to make it to that. Thank you for jumping on with us, and obviously, hopefully, we can maybe do an episode before the cup starts because I really want to get everyone, especially Disciple's opinion. He's really into soccer, and
Mm-hmm.
Dre's gonna give you an opinion whether he knows anything or not,
Mm-hmm.
and he's always gonna make it good, and then we can always get into conspiracy Dre stuff. There's a lot of shit going on. I don't want to talk about this here because I just feel like, but with Dre and Disciple, we can definitely have a good discussion. So thanks for coming on, buddy.
Yeah, sorry, I was taking a drink. Yeah, of course. You know, I had a good
So
time.
yeah,
It would have been fun. It'd been more fun actually. It was fun, but would have been more fun with the
fun.
guys were all here. You know, but it happens.
It happens. So thanks for listening to Fam 305 podcast. Obviously, we've been live on YouTube. Those that watched it or have watched it, hope you enjoyed looking at us or looking at K Dub's either wall or sometimes he kind of has his camera. Me, you get to see me most of the time, and I might have dozed off once, like Trump. You know how Trump's sitting there when they're talking and they're all kissing his ass. He's like, "Oh, we love Trump. He's the greatest. He's the greatest." And Trump's like this.
Goes to sleep.
And he looks up, and we all know because our dad's the same way, and I even get that way. I go when we go to the house, and he starts talking, bro. I'm like this because you know, dad can talk, he'll can talk, It's like
Yeah,
holy shit, bro.
yeah,
But you
no.
know, that's we all do that. I think that's why we even work in this medium because we have the gift of gab, and we can talk and tell stories. Some better than others, but
Yeah, no, yeah.
yeah,
I talk to customers and stuff in my job sometimes, so I have to be
no,
careful.
yeah.
I'll turn a 5 minute call into a 20 minute call.
hmm
You know.
That's how I am at work, man. I wasted like 2 hours
Oh yeah,
today.
they
I
know
didn't do shit today. 2 hours.
at the at the other place, they know the big P. They
Oh
know that
yeah, they know how we are.
they're always like, oh, this guy, like Jeff, he'll be like,
Yeah,
oh no, don't talk to this guy. This guy will take you off track and and I'm like, I was like, Jeff, the difference between me and then all you guys can't do two things at once. So I'll talk shit. I'll talk shit back. I'm like, you know what you
yeah,
guys can't do? You guys can't talk and work at the same time. That's on you guys. It's not me. I was like, I'm sorry that you guys don't have the mental capacity to you know to do this type
yeah,
of ability, to have this type of ability. That's what I would say to him all the time. He'd give me shit and I'd just come right back at him. I was like, oh,
yeah. You
look at
gotta do
you.
that.
I'm like, oh, look at you. What have you
He's
done?
harmless.
No, yeah,
Jeff's
I
got a
know.
lot going on,
Yeah,
so
I know. Yeah,
I don't pay him no
no.
mind.
But no, I do, I say it, but I mess with him back. I don't care. I'll be like, hey, what do you do? What did you do? No, I know what
Yeah,
he's doing. I'm not dumb.
yeah, but
I know what he's doing.
yeah, but that's another episode. You want to talk to the
Another
Big P? We
episode.
definitely have our episodes. Actually, we got one coming up hopefully in the next few weeks with some new guests, and I'll definitely bring you on, Kato, because you definitely have a lot of background knowledge about what's going on. Like I heard, I don't want to get too far off the beaten path as we're ending up, but man, I heard a lot of shit in the store, and I knew it. I knew it about this one particular associate. I can't mention names, but I just
My
know because I've
store?
been doing this for a long time. No, my store.
Oh, okay, your store.
And
Yeah, no, yeah.
this
Once you
girl
know stuff,
was
yeah.
was was banging somebody. I'm like, I knew
Oh
it.
yeah, there's
I
all
knew
that.
it.
For some reason, why does that always go on? That it's funny by ending the show like this. Even our younger
Yeah.
brother works for the same company too, and he
Yep.
told me a story that someone at his store got fired because
We're fucking.
they're doing stuff, yeah, like that. So
Oh
like
wow.
one of the like someone's talking about it, or someone said something about it, or he said something about it, and then the manager was like, "Hey, that's private. You can't tell me." He's like, "It's not private knowledge or anything like that. Everyone knows." It's like everyone knows it's
Yeah.
not like secret. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah. Everybody knows, but it's like a dirty secret. Like we had an issue in my
Yeah,
store where there was a
yeah, but the
manager had a
manager,
problem, and
yeah, but the
everyone knew it.
manager, yeah,
Like
but the
nobody
manager was trying to
talked
make it
about it,
seem
but
like,
everybody knew it.
yeah, but the manager was trying to make it seem like,
Well, you can't
oh,
like
oh, that's private
you can't
information. How
talk
do you
about it.
know that? It's like, no,
Yeah,
it's not private.
yeah.
It's not private. It's not private if everybody knows.
It's just
That's
they
what
don't
he
want you
said.
talking about it.
Yeah, then say that, but
Yeah, they
don't
just don't want
say,
you
oh,
talking
it's
about it.
private. No, it's not private if everyone knows. Hello, it's already out there. It's not a secret.
It's kind of like medical, but there ain't no HIPAA for fucking
There is
talking
there's
about
no
what
law.
people are
There's
doing
no
in the
law
store.
about that. That's why you can
There
say it.
ain't no
There's no
HIPAA on
law.
that. HIPAA.
And then if
There's
you get
no
fired for
privacy.
that,
Like
if you get fired for
it
that or for
happened.
whatever reason, you
Somebody
could probably
talked.
sue for that shit. You could probably sue for that shit
Uh,
because that's not
I,
nothing to
I,
do with you. It's nothing
I
to do
don't
with
think
you.
so, but let's just say I'm not like saying specifics because I won't go on this podcast and I won't say specifically what chain. I won't say particular persons,
Yeah.
but I will say, yeah, we had a stock clerk that was sleeping around with this stock clerk or this manager, that manager. It doesn't matter who, but it happens and it continues
Hmm.
to happen and will
Hmm.
will. But that's again, that's the other one. That's the big. I want to call it where podcasting is a pleasure. That's what I kind of want to name it, kind of a sub name for the
It will
podcast. Where
happen.
where where
We will
podcasting
come
is a
back.
pleasure. We will come
Uh,
back and
we
we will
will come
talk about
back.
it, but not
No,
this
no,
one.
because it's no. That's from the other guys where they with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg, where the homeless dudes they fuck up the car. The Dirty Mike and the boys they like have an orgy in it, and they're like, we
Oh,
will.
from the other
He's like,
guys.
we will come back. So yeah,
That movie's so
that's what I was
stupid.
saying. That's what I was saying. That I
We
was
will
like,
come back.
we will come back. We will
Yeah.
do it. Yeah, they're
And we'll make
gonna.
sure and give you some we'll give you some TLC fucking quotes. Don't go
Oh
chasing
my god!
waterfalls.
Don't go chasing waterfalls, sir.
Hey,
That's a TLC reference. I don't know what you're
I
talking
don't know what you're talking about.
about.
Listen,
Then
guys, I ain't too proud to beg.
yeah, not too bad. Yeah. Hey, it's
He's
funny when
like,
he's
oh
at
come on.
Lowe's. He's at Lowe's and he's like the night manager or whatever.
Oh no,
Like
Bed Bath
telling
and Beyond.
Bed Bath and Beyond. That's what it was.
Bed
And he's
Bath
the
and
night
Beyond.
manager
Yeah.
and he's like telling everybody
Yeah.
what to do and shit. Oh my god.
And then
I gotta take.
he
I gotta
crosses
take.
up
I
he
gotta work a
crosses up
second
the
job for
stores.
my
He's like,
gay
yeah,
son.
we got the perp that was doing. Oh wait, I'm sorry, wrong store. I'm in the wrong. It's like he's crossing up the police work when it's Bad Bath and Beyond. That's a good movie. It's one of those movies. The more you see it, the more you
Yeah,
enjoy it.
he's like, I'm working a second job for my son that's gay. he, he, he
It's
said it.
exploring
He's,
sexuality.
exploring sexuality because he wanted to change his major instead of fucking change his sexuality or some shit. Oh my
NYU
god!
or some shit.
Yeah,
Let me tell you,
no,
Michael Keaton.
dude,
You can't. Michael Keaton is a treasure, man. He
that thing.
who can play Batman? Be probably the best Batman ever,
And
arguably.
Beetlejuice.
And
You
Beetlejuice.
guys went over
There's
there, right?
nobody does it.
Did you guys go
We
see
did
something
see
like
it.
that?
Yes, we did. We didn't. I didn't talk about it, but
Was
Dre
it
was
good?
actually with us. But
Was it good? Was it fun?
yeah, yeah, I loved it. First half. Look, full disclosure, musicals. I am not like I'm love or hate with musicals because like the songs and shit, they tend to like bore me sometimes. And this one, the first act was it was slow, but Beetlejuice saved it because that guy is a trip, dude. That character in that show, oh my god, like he talks to the audience like in the middle. He'll do his shit and he'll say something, and then people will be laughing, and he'll be like. He'll look at somebody, be like, you know, this guy, he gets it. And he goes like that. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's like, what the fuck? Yep, yep,
Tries to
yep.
he tears down the fourth wall.
But it was a good show.
Okay.
It was a very good show.
Yeah, I like
Gives you
musicals and
that.
stuff
I
like that. I
think there's
like
still
art. I like art like that.
so I'm trying to look for that. But yeah, so yeah, well, another episode. If we get Dre here, he can talk about it, and we'll talk about his story getting lost during the second intermission. But we'll save that story.
But what?
We'll talk
Okay,
about
yeah,
what he
we'll do
did.
next time.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much. I want him to talk about it because I was like, we were looking at each other like, where is he going? But anyway, we'll talk about that when you get him. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And that's like a teaser. The Beetlejuice musical, Guru and Dre and family. What happened there? So we'll go on that next time. Talk a little bit of soccer. And thanks again as always, K-Dev, my little
course.
bro.
Of course, guys.
We had a good time. We talked a lot.
Yeah,
You
man.
know where to find us, the Fam 305. Obviously, on the X, you can actually see it. This is my webpage.
You might have to move
There's
it.
my account. There it is, Guru_fam 305. There's my picture. And there's my number 13, the Bam, when he scored 80 some odd points. So, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, like, share, subscribe. The Fam 305. Later, guys.
Later. Peace out.
Peace.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to this podcast. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at the Fam 305.